Okay. I went on my they give you a marketing kit as well. So I ordered my marketing kit, which Curbio. Curbio. And you can Google Curbio and it'll tell you. I accessed my toolkit yesterday, which gave me my marketing material. Can you see the screen? And so what it is it's a toolkit. You can market. This will help you with getting sellers, especially if they need to spruce up their house, but they may not have all the money that they need for the project. The Curbio provides pre-listing home improvements for real estate agents and their clients with no payments until the listing sells. Now we have an exclusive contract with EXP. You can go on the workplace, and I found this. I knew about it. I don't know if it's exactly in Michigan, but I did go in and put others. So you can go to the website and get everything. So what it is they have to be licensed contractors. And Theo, this may be something that you want to investigate to be on the list of licensed contractors. And what happens is they select people, reputable people. It doesn't matter how large the project is, how small the project is, but you'll be paid at closing. So obviously there's some upfront monies that has to be done. They have same day estimates if possible. And here's the marketing material that they gave me. So you can have post and it looks like this, you know, m- sacrifice space to move in ready. 73% of sellers make at least one improvement per year. Fix before you list. Don't pay a dime until closing. So can you see how powerful these posts could potentially be with that kind of information? And you just click here and get free estimates. There's also a presentation. Let's see. I'm trying to I'll go back here. There's also a presentation for it as well. There's videos of the client, um, agent, e- uh, agent education. You can have blogs. Here's the presentation that you can present. This could go into your listing presentation, especially if they, need some paint or whatever. Attract more buyers. 80% of Americans wants to buy a home that's move-in ready. Over one requires updating. Instead of eliminating huge portion of potential buyers or sellers for cheap, let Curbio help with the appeal to the uh bro. I can't talk this morning. I'm having a brain fart. Board set by buyers. Okay, sell your home faster. Homes that are outdated or in need of repairs. Sit on the market longer. I mean, it goes through everything. Why Curbio? It gives you turnkey before and after, hassle free, it's efficient. And they just go in. Basically, the company hires the contractor to do the work on the behalf of the buyer, and they take it out of the proceeds. Now, I'm sure everything isn't what it appears to be, so I'm sure it has to have maybe the equity in it. And equity means, obviously the money that they have inside the house. And I think, and it also attaches to the house. I think they actually put some kind of lien on that to make sure that it gets dispersed at closing. So I thought this was interesting. I'm not sure what states they're all in. The last time I looked, it wasn't that many, but I've heard that they've added, and if you put other, and this is what I wanted you guys to do, is if it's not in your state, put others, still register as an agent. And what that will do is allow them to see the need for that area so that it can be in there. But if it's in the areas that you're in, or listen to this, it could be a recruiting tool. Market maybe in those areas that you know for sure. I know that Atlanta was in there for sure. So if I'm talking to a prospect for agencies, wouldn't you think it would be a good idea and say, hey, not only do we have an express buyers where you can make money with, rehabs, especially if they're going in that way, you could potentially get the house fixed up, or you can go through the express buyers. But listen to this, we can improve your listing presentation, especially in those cases where people want their house improved but they don't have the money, and we'll take on the onus of that responsibility as far as payment at closing. Don't you think that's a good benefit for EXP as well, for us to have something like that where it's a no-brainer? I mean, you would win the listing every time.
Wow. You know, wall side windows, there was a window company in the southeastern Michigan market from time to time that did that, and then a homeowner would say, yeah, I'll do the windows, but kitchens and roofs and everything, this is phenomenal. This is a nice bridge between the the grandma and grandpa homeowners who want to sell, but the house is terribly outdated or in disrepair, but
Right.
they need major market money. They need the competitive market prices versus the present condition of their home. And you know what? Us EXP agents, if we can help those customers, we will get the listing. You're right. Hmm.
Yes. So let me see. They have marketing materials, agent education. Let's see what's in here.
I'm looking for the charge. It might be an interest, there might be a. It's pretty.
I if you go to the link, but
I'll
I'm just
definitely
having
go to the
some
link.
trouble. Yeah, you
Curbio.com.
could sign up, but if you go through Workplace, they're on Workplace. You should go through the Workplace only because it has all that information in it. I went through Workplace, clicked the link, signed up, and got this. So this is in my email. But in Workplace, it talks about that. And if you go to Curbio, let's see. This is how it works. So you can log in. What I don't know is if you go straight to them, if there's any other benefit. Because our company loves to, because we're owners, we take part in profit. So there may be some different discounts, or there may be some latent marketing monies that is given back to you if you do it that way. So I'm
Okay,
not
so
sure,
this is the
but
public facing website right now we're
yes,
looking
this
at.
is a
Okay.
public.
All right.
I had I have to find it on Workplace, but who is Curbio? The services that they offer. So they'll do kitchens, curb appeal, bathrooms, other spaces, repairs and touch ups. They'll do, refreshing the home. They will even do remodels if need be. So, okay, look. So here's the pins that they have. So these are the states that they are in for sure with EXP. So Florida for sure, Atlanta.
Is
So
that
we're trying to,
Tennessee?
is that yeah, that's Tennessee. Um,
Illinois? No. Is that Illinois or Indiana? That's Illinois.
right. And so I'm trying to get Michigan on there.
Well, let's all jump on there and like Kendra says, I'll do that right after our calls.
So you can, here's keep it simple. Here's you what happens is basically, I mean, I went through this, I forgot all about it because it wasn't in Michigan, but then it dawned on me like I need to be proactive. This is something that I want in my state. So the more people, they're going to be like, oh, we need to get some Michigan people up there. Now at the bottom, usually this is where I find out all the information. So become a partner. This is something that maybe if you know contractors, see where it says you want to be a contractor, if you're an agent. So for people that are contractors that may want to do that, that's another way. That is another way for you to probably get leads. Wouldn't it be good if you talk to some big, powerful contractors or contractors you know that are really good and ask them also for leads? I mean, you'll get leads from them, whether they're buyers, sellers, or maybe they work with other realtors. That then you can also entertain talking to them about EXP. What if they're a contractor that knows people that you know need to have that kind of work done, but they don't have the money, but they may not know how to make it legal where they're going to get paid. This could be a way for them to etch into that system. So the services they offer is here. Here's some FAQ, so you could go through there and read that. What type of projects can they do? If the home is being sold, and is represented by a real estate agent, Curbio will tackle any work necessary to keep the home sold faster, ranging from $500 to $800, $800,000. What states do you operate in? Okay, here is the states they operate in. Illinois is on there, but it wasn't on that peg. DC, Dallas, Denver, Minneapolis,
Come
all
on,
of these
Detroit.
cities.
Come on, Detroit.
So we got to get it in Detroit. Do you know how powerful that will be? So when I registered, well, I can log in, I think, but when I registered, it'll say other. It'll be a drop down, and when you put other in there, put Detroit or put Alabama or put Birmingham. But all these states you can market for agents as well and let them know about this powerful product. Let's see what else. So there's no job too big or small, but I don't know the logistics of how they get paid. I'm sure there's a video on here. I'm a contractor interested in working with Curbio.
I
How to
think
get started.
I
Oh,
would think one of our steps of discovery would be to check in with our title companies to see if they've heard of this process and if our find a title company around us that's comfortable, with this. It's almost like new construction, isn't it? It's almost
yes,
like new construction. The builders, you got to show up at the closing with the waivers. In other words, the contractors sign off so they can get paid because it has to be a clear title at the closing. Everybody, right? So it's probably very similar to um, a contractor lien or a contractor notation on title, but I would expect that Curbio talks to your chosen title company that you're representing the seller to make sure that they have that, just like a broker demand, just like any other contracts or second loans that are on the property. Yeah,
correct. So how do you get paid at closing? 100% of all projects costs are deferred until the home sale. So Curbio fronts the money, I believe. We simply, yeah, basically, you look at the seller's equity to ensure that there is enough to cover the work, or a simple calculation for a maximum of a 80% budget is expected of the expected after renovation value. So they want the house to be at about 85% after the at the minimum of 85% after the expected value. Because 20%, 6 or 7% is for agents. So if the client walks away with 10%, 15%, then that's good.
Sure,
So the
just
charges,
just like Relo, I'm sure the Curbio that representative that would approve that would want to look at the agent's net proceeds statement and so forth.
right?
Hmm. And it could it be the Curbio probably does cash out of their pocket and pay for these things, but it could also be realistic for Curbio to seek a 30-day net account from these major contractors. Does that not make sense for
Correct.
Curbio? So,
Right.
and so Curbio at that point would be a bond type of a company. No, we'll ensure that you're going to get paid, contractor, in 30 days or 60 days, whatever. And I'm sure there's a
Yes.
premium for that, but it does make sense. It's a nice bridge for the homeowner between today and getting it closed tomorrow.
Yes. Isn't that powerful?
It is a quick question. How do you find or access Curbio?
I just went to Curbio.com, but it was in our workplace at EXP.
Okay.
And there is a Facebook group for Curbio. And I was on the world yesterday just going through some trainings, and they had a training on it. I mean, not a training, but a post on it. And that's when it was brought back to my memory about it. But I had a different spin on it, different outlook on it. Because as you research, you guys know this, you're at a different space. The more knowledge you get, the more perspective you can have on things. And I had looked at this when it first came out, maybe a year ago. It's been with EXP as one of their preferred uh realtors about a year ago. And I didn't act on it because it wasn't in Detroit. But when I looked at it again, I was like, well, I can do it just like we brought the DR. We made a fuss about it and we got it on the books. And, we were instrumental in pushing for the DR to be open for agents. So this isn't anything different. So the more the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So we need to, get on that. If it's not in your state, tell agents to do that. Even if it's not in your state, you can say, hey, it's a great program that our company offers where they will pay for the construction costs of getting your house up to par for selling to magnify the price or increase the price. So why not take a look at EXP? I mean, EXP has everything that an agent would ever have to worry about right in our backyard. And could you go ahead and register? Because we're trying to bring it to market in your town. So that's all I have for you guys. I have an 8:30 standing appointment today. So if you guys want to continue, you can. That's a good recommendation. Helen, can you put that in the chat for the book to recommend?
I sure will. And thank you for this, Kendra. It is an option, and options are great to have, especially when presenting to sellers and buyers. I appreciate the information.
No problem. I'm on Tony's site. For some reason, I have problems with mine logging on. You guys can continue. I know you had some wins. We talked about having at least 3 goals that we can do this week by Friday that we can be intentional about, that we can actually bring to fruition. So Friday we can talk about that. So I've been on task with what I said I was going to do. So I'm accounting to all of you that I did a good job yesterday with calling my customers. I put my buyers and sellers on the wall. Derek inspired me to do that. It is great because I forgot about some people. Like, what the hell am I thinking? So visualizing things really can manifest them a lot quicker than you thinking you remember. Because as we get older, we forget.
I have to because
Okay.
I had too many buyers. I got to put them on there. Then, of course, in this business, oh, where's this place? In this business, if 9 times out of 10, after about 5 or 6 offers that we don't get, my buyers check out.